Hi, welcome back to Crossfader. My name's Jamie Hartley, and in this video we're going to look specifically at Serato DJ Pro and, more importantly, how to show up different key notations and some tips for mixing in key when it comes to Serato DJ Pro. Now, this is about your music management and showing the keys, how to analyze the keys, and what tracks potentially will go well together. If you want to find out way more about mixing in key and learn the theory behind it, then click the link for a detailed article to learn this very important skill, this DJ skill that all beginner DJs should be aware of. Anyway, let's get stuck in. If you enjoy this tip, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that good stuff to help us keep making more videos like this and for you to stay tuned. Let's have a look. Serato DJ Pro has its own inbuilt key analysis. To make sure that you're analysing your keys and analysing your files correctly, the best thing to do is to keep your controller unplugged to start with so you can see the screen in this view. Then, next to Analyze Files, there is a Setting gear icon. This drop-down allows you to tick whether you want to set the key and or the beat grid and BPM of the song. You can click Analyze Entire Library if you haven't done so yet, but if you just want to analyse particular songs, then you can drag and drop them onto the Analyze Files button. Before I do that though, we need to be able to see the key information column. All we need to do is right click on any column header, and then this brings up all the options that you can show for your library management. If I click key, it will add it to the end of the column. So if I scroll now to the right, you'll see key is here. I think it's good practice to drag the key somewhere that's in screen so you can see it at all times. Now you'll notice that loads of these files have already been analysed and we can see lots of different notations here. This is called the Camelot notation. These are numbers that go up to from 1 to 12, like a clock face, and then there is a letter that follows, either A or B. Now, if you're not sure about the theory behind mixing in key, then please click the link to find out way more about the theory behind mixing in key and understand the Camelot notation to its full potential. If you already understand, then it's worth knowing as well that you can change this Camelot notation to classical key and other notations as well in the settings. For any beginner DJ, there's no point in doing this. You might as well keep it in this notation. But if it's not showing like this, click the gear icon, go to Library and Display, and then you can change Show Key As to all these different formats. I'm going to keep it as Camelot, and it's quite nice to check this color key display. This gives you a bit more information as to what keys might work well together. So for example, 5A will mix into 6A, and you can see that as well by the similarity in the color. Again, 11B will mix into 12B, and the colors are very similar. So you've got a bit more information to work off there. You can organize your music library by the key by just tapping on the key, toggle the key here. If I scroll to somewhere that doesn't have any files analyzed like these, I could just select a few, drag them into Analyze Files, and now this will analyze the key of those songs and input the information into that column. You'll see that these are jumbled up. I would have to press the column header again to then force them into ascending order. One last thing to bear in mind when it comes to mixing in key is obviously some tracks won't mix in key, but you might want to mix them side by side. And if they sound like they're clashing, then there is one other thing that you can do in Serato DJ Pro to try and combat that. Serato DJ Pro offers an expansion called Pitch and Time DJ. This Serato Pitch and Time DJ will allow you to change the key of the song while maintaining the same BPM. So if I go into settings, this is a paid expansion by the way, you can see here that I've got Pitch and Time DJ and I've enabled it. Now when I load a track into one of the players, that one, let's load this one, you'll notice that for Despacito, it's in 10A. Now I can use these arrows to change the pitch of this track. It'll actually give you the readout of the new key and how many semitones you've pitched it up and down. Some controllers have these buttons available so you can change the key on the actual controller, but you can do this in the software. Now if I chose another track that didn't theoretically mix in key, and I press the button in the middle, it will try to key lock both tracks together. So you'll notice now the button that I pressed on Despacito forced Despacito up by one semitone, making it 5A, which is the same as the DJ Snake, Let Me Love You. This means that these will then theoretically mix in key together. This is one way around mixing tracks together that maybe don't mix in key naturally, but just be careful, you don't want any tracks to get too high and end up at 3-4 semitones higher or lower because it will sound very unnatural. When I pitch these tracks up and down, because the pitch and time DJ lock is on, it will move them both at the same time. This can offer up quite a few different creative possibilities, but to turn it off, we just untoggle both of these buttons. And there it is. I now hope that any beginner DJs out there that weren't aware of this can now make their set sound even cleaner by knowing what tracks will work well together, using that Camelot notation. Remember, if it still didn't make much sense because you need to understand more of the theory around mixing in key, then just click the link to learn more from our detailed article. But thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get reminders about more videos as soon as they're uploaded. I'll see you again soon.